Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Starman Just Watch. I have Curtis back with me once again.
Can't get rid of me.
I cannot.
Just keep on crawling back.
And you picked this movie. You want to tell us what it is?
So this is Psycho Goreman.
I have not heard of this movie, which surprises me.
This is so up your alley.
This is a Devon film all around.
Yeah, I think
this is a Devon childhood film. We'll be more honest.
Exactly. Like this is the sort of movie that shaped the childhood, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So, hey kids, do you like Power Rangers? Do you like 80s gore? Do you like 80s PSAs? Do you like all those things and more? Well, this is the movie for you. Yeah, this is just a fun little movie that kind of comes out of nowhere and rolls a bunch of fun, awesome things that you liked as a kid into one thing.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the movies you shouldn't have watched when you were that old, and also, what if they were funny? And what if they were Power Rangers?
Yeah.
What if it was a Saturday morning cartoon, basically?
Yeah. I feel like I've seen movies like this in my childhood.
Yeah.
Like kids shouldn't watch this, but kids are going to watch this.
Yeah. They know what you're up to.
Yeah.
They know you stayed up past your bedtime to watch that movie.
Yeah.
They know your parents are looking. Or don't care.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to give the simple plot.
So yeah, it's a power fetish for the aforementioned kids who were watching those movies they shouldn't. The story is a very headstrong young girl and her rather meek brother, while playing a game of Crazy Ball, which is Calvin Ball, find an ancient warlord underneath the earth, and they claim his gem. He wakes up. They find a big pit in the earth where he once laid, and then they go and track him down and find him up to some wacky antics, such as torturing a bunch of evil thugs or hobos, whatever the hell they are. And using this gem, it turns out that they can control this alien warlord, and hijinks ensue.
Yep. That's a bit the simple plot. That's our opening, really.
Yeah, that's how it all begins, anyways.
Yeah. So there's also the Justice League of Doom, as I called them, and I nailed it on that one.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Where a bunch of these good people, quotations.
Yeah, the Templars.
The Templars.
Yes.
Want to eradicate all darkness from the world and basically bring their own form of light to all the universe.
Yeah. They've got a very angelic sort of design. They're very righteous sort of folks. And to prove that, they were ruling basically over a slave colony, and that's where PG originated. His race was enslaved by these Templars.
Yeah.
And he just so happened to find this gem, the gem that our young plucky protagonist now wields, and it contains the ancient powers of his people, and that's how he was able to stand up to the Templars in the first place.
Yes. And then he went on kind of a murderous rampage when you're enslaved for eons.
Yeah, he could be a little bit pissed about it. I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And they finally track him down and seal him away because that's more punishment than killing him.
Yeah, so this one Templar that was kind of the main villain of the piece was so bloodthirsty about it that she said, you know what, we're just going to torture him forever instead of killing him and getting him out of our hair forever.
Yeah.
So that's her mistake.
Really, it is.
Yeah.
This evil thing, if it ever got free again, could be problems. Let's just torture it forever.
Yeah, let's just do that instead.
Maybe it'll learn its lesson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, they could have prevented this all from happening, but,
Yeah.
That's useless.
Foresight's 2020.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, that's
sure
what it
is. Yeah.
Yeah, foresight, knowing then what you realize now.
Yeah. And so, yeah, we then embark on a series of misadventures where we torture some policemen. The PG's old homies come to town to try to hang out and play, and we find out that they're quite happy with the new state of affairs.
Yeah, they don't want
PG back in action.
Yeah.
So
they made a deal with the Templars. It's basically, if we serve your head up on a silver platter, they'll leave us the hell alone.
Yep. And yeah, our protagonist is initially quite frustrated at the betrayal and decides to let PG get beaten up a little bit, but then doesn't want to lose her new playmate.
Yeah.
And after he apologizes really nicely, we get to see a pretty fun action scene of him beating up these aliens.
Yes. So yeah, we'll talk about the action scenes because they're pretty fun. They're very Power Ranger-esque fight scenes, even with the sparks explosions.
Yeah, we love that.
Yes. Can't get enough of that nonsense.
Yes. So all these monsters that we're talking about are like full-on practical effects. Like it's not CG stuff at all. It's all just like rubber hoses and gory.
Yes,
that's what you want, right?
I want that fully. I'm tired of CG.
Yeah, like it can do some things for sure, but when you're trying to recapture a certain feeling and the gooiness and physicality of monsters,
yes.
Nothing does it better than practical effects.
I love that everyone's like all gooey by the end of this. Like the mom transforms into an angel, and then when she transforms back, she's all gooey.
Yep.
Whenever Dad breaks his arm, it's actually just the physical effect of like a bone sticking out where the arm slot should
Yep,
be.
just a big old gory mess.
Yeah.
And we've got gory twisted monsters by the bushel, and one of them is just literally a giant vat full of gore.
Yeah, he's just a garbage can of gore. I love him.
He sprays that red liquid.
I was like, I don't know what this does, but
this is power, just spewing red liquid.
Yeah.
That's what he is. And we respect that. We like that.
And as I know to, I'm just wondering where's this all going?
how are you a part of this guy's fighting force to begin with? You don't seem all that effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spray blood all over the place, They could slip on it, hurt themselves.
That is true. That is true.
Maybe I blind them with it. I don't know. I'm spitballing my own powers here.
You gotta find creative uses for powers when you're a walking garbage can of goo.
Yep.
That happens. So yeah, Templar comes to Earth. They battle it a bit. PG's wounded from the previous fight because even though his former cronies aren't all that strong compared to him.
When you get wailed on because you're not allowed to fight back because this amulet of power basically says you can't.
And also they coated their blades with some sort of poison, he says.
Yeah.
So those factors combined leaves him weakened.
Yeah.
And the only way that he can have his powers restored is through his gem, by having our protagonist return it to him, but it's been stolen by her cowardly brother.
So the problem with this is if he gets his gem back, he's no longer under the girl's control, Mimi.
That's right.
And will be free to basically go off and destroy all of existence.
Yes.
The only reason he hasn't is because Mimi has the gem and basically has said not to do that.
Yeah.
Not until she's had her fun, anyway.
That's right. She's making him play nice.
Yeah. So that was the conundrum there, and then she comes to terms with it, but when we go to heal him, it's like, oh, it was already stolen, so this was all pointless anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to give to her brother. By the way, her brother gets it really rough. He gets pushed around a lot. Even Psycho Goreman himself can't ever seem to remember the poor boy's name.
What was his name again?
Luke.
I think it was Luke.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, some kid's name.
Psycho Goreman remembers the parent's name, but he'll never remember the brother's name.
No.
Ever. He's a good kid despite it all. Like, he's a bit of a coward, but he's very loyal to his sister.
Yeah.
I think Psycho Goreman comes to him in a dream and attempts to, tempt him to steal
betray
his
sister
and all that good stuff. But he holds up to this, and he's a respectable character. He's not some contemptible, irredeemable little coward or anything like that. So.
No. He's not a lot behind him, but he's got foundation.
Exactly. He's got the family love,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, they in the end, the family gets all together through the power of love. And
Technically.
And all that good stuff. In song, they triumph over the Templars and get the gem back, and Psycho Goreman does his thing.
Yeah.
Gives her a warrior gem.
Which is very fun to see. I go recommend looking up that scene, if anything.
Yeah, this whole movie, this plot synopsis, I think sounds like total nonsense when I'm thinking back to what we just If this has meant nothing to you, then that's good. It means you can go and watch this thing and see for yourself what it's all about.
Yeah, so let's talk the good things we like about the movie.
Yeah.
I love Power Rangers as a kid, so
Yes.
seeing the fun monster designs.
It is 100% monster designs from Power Rangers, right? Like,
Yes.
That's what they're going for, clearly.
And even if you're not a fan of Power Rangers, just the violence level is cranked to 11 from a Power Rangers episode.
It is, yeah. Like, you won't see the Power Rangers decapitating people or ripping them
Punching a
apart.
guy's face off.
Yeah, or cursing them to some sort of eternal torment where they're reduced to, like, quivering wrecks of flesh.
Yep.
Power Rangers didn't do that, but this movie does it.
Oh yeah, even the villains didn't do that. This movie will.
Oh yeah. Oh, this movie will. Yes. You know, crushed into flesh cubes, you know, turned into a giant brain, whatever it takes.
This is screamed very 80s kid movie, so like even the plot was just...
Yeah.
You weren't here for the plot. Yeah, come on, be honest.
Oh yeah, that's not the point. It's trapping, right? Like it's set dressing.
Yes.
It's meant to allow a lot of silly things to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not a movement that you're meant to take seriously.
Not at all.
Not in the slightest. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in terms of things I like, it's the exact same with you. Like, the music is there, the movie... And
very 80s-esque music,
it
like
is.
rock.
Yeah. Yeah, cheesy butt rock, synthesizers, all that good stuff. Like, it's what you want. And it ends, like, over the credits, we even get, like, a Psycho Goreman theme song delivered in rap lyrics with stay in school kid messages.
Yeah. It's kind of like... I thought... Because we kind of did skip for the credits a little bit, because I just wanted to see if there was an ending scene.
Yeah.
But... For what I got is like, let's recap all of what happened in this movie in this one song.
Exactly.
And that was common back in the day.
Yes. Yeah, this was clearly made by someone who appreciates what the 80s were.
Yes.
And I'm so happy for that. Like, I guess 80s and early 90s. Power Rangers are early 90s.
90s, yeah.
But like, it's, you know, when you were a kid and growing up and when watching these shows and these movies, like, it is definitely a time capsule that is meant to evoke that era.
Yes. Like, this sparked the get up early Saturday morning, grab your bowl of cereal, sit in front of the TV, watch this.
Yeah. watch a cool alien beat up a bunch of weird monsters.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we love that.
We really do. Power Rangers After Dark, right?
Yeah. The real Power Rangers.
You can just see it, right? Like a kid saying, "Oh, you watch those Power Rangers? Oh, I'll show you the real
Power Rangers." Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely something like you go over to a buddy's house and he's like, "You like Power Rangers?" He's like, "Hell yeah, I love Power Rangers." Then let me show you something better than Power Rangers.
This is the Japanese version.
Yeah.
They did the cool uncut version.
Yeah. Things we didn't like about the movie.
I mean, like it goes like in what we were saying earlier, right? Like it's not to be taken seriously. Like if you're trying to find like, oh, the emotional motivations of this character or whatever else.
If you're psychoanalyzing any of this movie, you're not
gonna get it. Yeah, like you get more out of psychoanalyzing an episode of Billy and Mandy, which this is also.
Yes, this also had a good feel of Billy and Mandy.
Yes. Yeah, like this is literally just Billy and Mandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, you're not gonna take a kid's cartoon and try to find logical plot and motivations in that. So don't try to do it for this movie or you'll be very disappointed.
No, that's an interesting thing because I found more newer cartoons are now getting psychoanalyzed.
Oh, definitely.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but...
It's 100% just a choice in what you're going for, right?
Yeah.
Like you're either going for a more serious plot that people can latch onto, or you're going for a mood and something that just like evokes an era.
Yeah.
And something that's just like mindless fun.
Yeah. So you can't psychoanalyze every cartoon.
That's right.
So, and this is a great example of like you don't have to psychoanalyze this. It doesn't need it.
Yeah.
It stands on its own without it.
It does. Yeah. So this won't be for everybody, just because people are just going to come in here and like, what is happening here? Like, why are these people acting like this? Why is nobody freaked out? Like, the parents get used to the monster's presence very easily.
Yes.
It basically just becomes a part of the family, like, almost immediately.
Yeah.
Like, some people will be bothered by that, I think. Like, they'll just be like, this makes no sense, I hate this. And I do see that happening.
Yeah.
But if you're hearing this and that doesn't bother you, then you really need to check this out, I guess is how I would.
Yeah, I like how accepting, like, they're even at a diner and everyone's just kind of,
yeah,
like, no one's freaking out that, like, Psycho Goreman's sitting in a diner.
Yeah, like the brother's best friend gets turned into a brain halfway through the movie and nobody bats an eye. Like, it's not a plot point where someone's like, oh my god, how'd this happen to you? Like,
no one questions it.
Yeah, it's not remotely questioned.
Yeah, it just happens, you know? Someday I'm just a brain.
Yeah, he's just a brain now, and he's eating dinner with his parents now. Like, it's just how
that was a great ending credits.
That was, yeah. You're just wondering, where'd Alistair go? And there he is.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder how the parents feel about this. Their son now a giant brain monster.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, we're just kind of a little awkward, but we're dealing.
We're family.
Yeah.
How it is. Yeah. This movie's core message is family and the power of love.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. So
it's like the reverse Leo and Stitch.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's all about family, but we're very violent about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the most that you're gonna get out of this movie in terms of plot or any kind of emotional core. I must say, one of my favorite jokes in the entire movie is when the dad is explaining that he had this very profound experience as a kid where he was offered some to look at the baseball card collection of a creepy weirdo in a band, and he did it, and he had a great time with it. So you should always trust those creepy weirdos and go for it.
Go. Yeah, you should trust those creepy weirdos, because, you know, maybe you could see a cool collection of baseball cards.
Yeah. Yeah. Some good morality.
Yeah. I love twisted moralities.
Yes. You'll find all that sort of thing here.
And final thoughts before we wrap up the episode.
So, speaks for itself, but this is just a good fun movie to watch. If any of what we said sounds interesting, I highly recommend it. It's just worth watching.
Yeah. You showed me the title. I had no idea what we were getting into. I thought this was kind of a horror movie.
Yeah. But
no, it's just a Saturday morning Devin cartoon. If Devin had free reign on writing a cartoon.
Yes. If you weren't worried about the censors censoring your violence, this is what you would make as a cartoon, right?
Yes.
So.
Or just a kid's show.
Exactly. Yeah. Show it to the kids. They'll be fine, I promise. They'll thank you.
Yes.
You watched worse when you were a kid. So
you did.
Yeah, you know.
You watched Terminator.
You know what you watched.
RoboCop. You watched worse.
Yeah. Yeah, let Psycho Goreman into your life and let him show your kids the way and he'll lead the charge for, helping them develop as a person.
And with that, though, we'll call the episode here. So thank you very much for coming in, Curtis.
Oh, my pleasure.
And thank you all very much for listening in. Until next time, have a good one.
Thanks, everyone.